This video is for our queer community. If you're finding yourself just totally swept up in all of the headlines constantly, you're constantly in those comments and the DMs fighting every crusty, dusty white person on the planet who isn't an ally, this video is for you. How to get back in your peace and back in your power, baby. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessie.
And I'm her wife, B.
And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back to listen to us and watch us. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this because this is like a super hot topic. It came into us, felt like a download, and we were just like, yes, we need to be talking about this. Like, we need to help our queer community and lift them up in a positive way.
Yeah, and you want to start feeling like yourself again, you know? Like, we actually want you to feel like how every gay person feels at Pride. Every single day.
Every single day
right?
of your life.
Like, that's how we should all be living our lives every single day, no matter what is happening on the outside, on the world stage, so to speak.
Right.
So Jess and I definitely, like, have gone through periods where we get lost in the headlines. We allow fear and anger to really, like, creep into our daily lives, consume us, our relationship. But I feel like we're really good at keeping that stuff at bay for the most part. So we have, like, just some things that work for us that we would love to offer to our community that can help you. Because what's really important right now is for us all to stay centered, to stay in our peace, to stay grounded, and to stay really, like, proud and confident of ourselves so that we can, like, be models to the younger generation as well. So first thing, how to stay in your peace, the number one thing for us is having routines and rituals to actually, like, harness your power and to stay in your energy.
Right. So we can talk about, like, our morning routines.
I would love to do that.
So we wake up, you know, around, you're like 5:20. I'm like 5:35.
5:45.
45 is when I actually arise from the bed. And we move our bodies. We get out in nature, or we're moving our bodies outside in some way, shape, or form. And then we're journaling and we're meditating and we're reading like a little bit of a book. And then we both reconvene together and make a beautiful breakfast and talk about what we want to do for the day. And I think it's a really beautiful way to stay in your peace instead of getting on your phone and jumping into the next headline. Okay, what's going on? Who said this? Who said that?
Yeah, because if you're waking up and the first thing that you're doing is reaching for your phone and scrolling, that F's up your nervous system so bad. If you're, like, reading these nasty, crazy headlines, you're getting riled up. Like, how does that make you feel, honestly?
Well, you're setting the tone for the day.
100%.
You're just going to be pissed off.
Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. I mean, everyone knows this, right? Like, you wake up, you're, like, having a bad morning, you stub your toe or something, then it just seems like everything throughout the day just kind of sucks. Because it's your morning, and that's what happens.
And so, I can speak to that, too, because that was me. Like, I used to wake up, and the first thing I would do, I'd, like, check my emails, and then I'd get on, like, Instagram and scroll, and then I'd see something that would piss me off, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And then, I'll put a little bleep in there. But yeah, it would totally mess up my mood in the morning, and I was just like, I don't want to feel like this anymore, so I'm going to choose to not. I'm going to choose to not get on my phone, not consume these things first thing when I'm waking up.
It's a choice.
And
your morning routine, we understand. If you have children, you're not going to have, like, a 5-hour morning routine like us, okay?
No.
But, you know, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes, everyone has 5 to 10 minutes. Even if you have to get up a little bit earlier, trust me, you can do it. If she's getting up at 5:35, you can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. And like B said, yes, you have 5 to 10 minutes, because I know if you're out there and the first thing you do, you're scrolling on your phone, you're definitely scrolling for 20, 30 minutes before you get up. So you have that extra 10 minutes to spare to just even meditate and not choose to not pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but, like, reading and watching the news, okay?
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Stop.
It's okay to be informed, but there's a balance, in my opinion. Like, being all consumed, it's all you think and talk and look for, like you're searching for it, and then the more you're searching for it, the more it's popping up in your algorithm, and the more that fear is feeding the algorithm, and it's feeding the world stage that we're in, and that's how people in power are staying in power, and that's a whole other thing that we could go into, but we're gonna leave that for another episode.
That's a whole rabbit hole. That's deep.
Yeah, it's a real deep.
How you think and what you feel are how you communicate with the universe. I'm not going to go into the science behind all of that, but it is science-based. It's not just this spiritual woo-woo thing. It's actually where science meets spirituality, but it is backed by science. So it's all with your electromagnetic field. So if you're consuming all of this fear-based crap, it's making you really afraid, really angry, whatever like low vibrational things that is. That's you then putting that out into the universe, and the universe matches your energy. Hello, we're magnets. So, oh, you want more fear? Here you go. Oh, you want more rage and anger? Here you go. Why are you doing that to yourself? You don't deserve that. You can there's a way that she does it. There's a way to stay informed and also like in your own protective energy bubble. And it's not being naive and it's not being ignorant. It's called balance. But for those of you that are really addicted to the news and the headlines, my personal opinion is to cut it all off for a while.
Cold turkey it.
All of it.
Cold turkey it.
Cut it out.
And see how much better you feel. Like take notice of your nervous system and how you're feeling in the mornings when you're not consuming that immediately. Like, you're gonna feel so much better.
As a person that used to be very political, I had really strong liberal political views, and we're not going to go into all of that, but I used to identify that way, and I used to get extremely reactive, extremely consumed with headlines and who said what and this and that. When I just focused in on my life, on what was happening in front of me, I noticed a world of difference in my internal world. And yes, I'm still a person of color. I'm still a queer woman. Like, I have all of those identities, right? But once I started to shift my focus, oh my God, everything changed. So I'm not saying like shed all of your identities and don't, it's not that you're not in touch with reality. It's just a totally different shift in your perspective.
100%.
Does that make sense?
It does make
total
sense.
Does that make sense? Let us know.
Let us know. Are we making sense here?
Or are we totally off? We're doing something right.
We're on.
I'm doing something right because I feel fucking great. And the world stage, the world is burning to hell, okay? But I feel I'm thriving.
But we're not feeding into that fear. We're not feeding the machine, baby. Like, you are in control. You are in control. This mic is on. I'm on. She's on. Her mic's on. We're on, baby.
All right.
And the third point, save your energy. I said this in the beginning. But every time you see a comment, I used to be the same way. Every time you see a comment that is hateful towards the queer community, or it's very closed-minded, and you're like, oh my God, you're feeling all this rage, you want to respond, you want to like feed into that negativity. Let me tell you something. You're not going to get through to Steve, who lives in South Dakota, and that was very specific.
I know. No shade, South Dakota.
No shade, but like, you're not going to get through to the dude who lives in Oklahoma, who's like 62 years old.
Yeah. And
doesn't really care about you.
And who's just an internet troll. Like,
who's trolling. Like,
why are you wasting your energy?
Okay, here's a great reframe for when you're feeling that. When you see some negativity out there, instead of responding to that person and not getting through, it's a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of your breath. Go find a queer person that you love on the internet and give them, like, build them up. Like, show them some love. Just like every time, and I'm telling you, that's how you change the world. That's how you build up our community. And we have a community.
We have a queer community. Oh my God, look at
have
that, y'all.
An all women's queer community, and also for allied women that you can come into and build other queer women up. It's an escape. So when you're feeling like, oh my God, I want to go watch this news, or I'm, turn it off. Drop into the Mason Movement School community.
Click the link below. We'll
Click
link
the
it.
link.
And here you are.
You've got a bunch of queer homies in there that will support you and uplift you, and you can like give back to them too.
Right.
It's the perfect, I think it's a great solution.
I agree. And it's not toxic positivity.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make this clear. It's not like we're turning a blind eye and saying, oh my gosh, everything's so great, nothing really bad is happening. Like, this is when it comes back into balance, like staying informed, but also like, owning your peace. Just because something really terrible is happening or things could happen, all of these what ifs right now, right? Like, it doesn't mean that you should be feeling isolated, lonely, scared, terrible. Like, you still deserve to feel good no matter what is happening around you, and that is called being the eye of the storm, baby.
100%. Because sure, is it a possibility that they could take away gay marriage? Yeah, we're married legally. They could take that. But in all reality, it's a piece of paper, and it doesn't truly affect our connection, our bond. You can never take that away.
No.
They can't take that from us, and they can't take that from you.
And they can't take our sovereignty as human beings, as spirits. Mm-hmm. You can only give your power away. And this is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But you are so much more powerful than you know. Mm-hmm. That's it.
So remember your power, remember your truth, stay in your peace, and we will see you in the next video. If you liked this video, please comment, share, subscribe. All the links, again, will be down below in the description box. And
go love yourself.
Yes, take what you need, leave the rest if it didn't resonate. And like she said, go love yourself.